Hey everyone, it's Dorcas and welcome back to my channel. Today we're planning March in my bullet journal. And it's craziness that it's already March, but here we are. So let's go back to my desk and jump right in. So I'm really excited that spring is almost on the horizon. So I decided that for March I'm going to keep it simple. I decided to do the same calendar layout that I'd done for February because I felt that it gave me enough space for each date. And then no quote this time, but I did leave space for goals, things that are coming up next month, and just other random notes. But for this monthly calendar, I just have little vines coming down the sides of the calendar and then little leaves sprouting out from March. Those are a lot of little leaves, by the way. But they're cute. I'm putting in all the dates, making sure that I don't have another issue like I did last month. And then the spaces for goals next month and notes are boards that are also hanging from vines. And then I went in and added little lines to show that they're wooden boards. And I'm using my very fine 01 micron pen. And just erasing all of the lines that I've done to create the layout. So my color palette for this first spread of March is pretty simple. I just stuck with yellows and greens using my Prima watercolor Tropicals palette. And I love that one because it has a few different greens that I was able to mix and play with. So I use coconut, the color coconut for the boards, and then March is a more vibrant pineapple. And yeah, just using all these little greens to add some color to the vines. It's a little tedious, but it goes pretty quickly. Not as quickly as you're seeing in the video though. So the next page will hold my mood and habit trackers, and I'm continuing with the theme of greenery and leaves and growth. So for the mood tracker, I have a tall sprout, and each leaf will represent a date of the month, and I will color each leaf according to the key that I've assigned, for each color and mood. And for my habits, I decided to scale it way down compared to January and February, and only tracking 3 things. I'll be tracking my medications, if I did yoga or meditated, and if I got good sleep. And so, I have 3 leaves here, and they'll hold a tiny calendar, but this time I'll only have to make 3 of them. And on the next page is my brain dump page, where I'll just any notes or any thoughts or ideas that I come up with over the course of the month can just go here, or anything that I don't really have a set space for can live in here. And again, just like my previous page, I'm pretty much sticking with different tones of greens and yellow. Obviously for the mood tracker I only have to color the stem and the top 2 leaves because I'll be coloring each of those leaves day by day over the course of the month. So these Prima watercolors are great. The tropical collection is really like vibrant and rich with browns and just obviously nature colors. So I thought this would be perfect for this month's theme. And I think I'm getting a much better handle at how the watercolors function on this paper. I know when I did one of my first 2019 pages, I just really did not like it, but I'm finding that I'm having an easier time blending with it now. Maybe I just didn't use enough water. I don't know. I'm just coloring the little brain dump holes on the paper. And finally, we have the first weekly spread of March. I'm just continuing the theme of greenery and leaves and just the fact that spring is almost here. So I have leaves, at the beginning and tail ends of the word March, as well as, under the 4th through 10th, and climbing up the stems of the 4 and the 1 and the 0. And the weekly spread will be like the others, where I have a column per day going across both pages to give me plenty of space. And then I'm gonna have hanging pots coming down from the tops, and each of the pots will have the appropriate date written on the pot. And I wanted to have different kinds of pots, different types of greenery in the pots. So I did have to do some Googling just to get some more ideas, but this was really fun, and I think the doodles came out looking really cute, especially once I added the watercolor. Even added a little macrame pot hanger, which I might have to do one myself someday. And for the last column, it's the weekends shared between Saturday and Sunday. So I have a pot hanging from the top for Saturday, and then a little pot on a stool for Sunday down below. And same color scheme for the month and the date as I had in my previous pages, and then this is where I added some more color to the month. I also continued the little notes section at the very bottom so I can include a journal entry on what happened during that week. And then at the end of the year, I'll be able to flip through each week and remember what happened during that time. This made me feel like I want to do even more, doodles and illustrations in my bullet journal. I had so much fun creating this one, so I already have ideas for April. So we'll see if I change my mind 10 times before I actually design April. But definitely more doodles are going to be happening. So that's it for the first pages of March. I love how it came out as very simple. I have enough space in my monthly calendar, and then I only have to track 3 habits, which is going to be a godsend. And then this page turned out so cute. I love these little illustrations, and I'll definitely be doing more in my other pages. So I have a feeling I'm really gonna like this month's theme. It's nice and clean. It has just enough pops of color for me to celebrate the fact that spring is almost here. Freaking finally. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!